Scott, it's lovely to have you here with us at the Virgin London Marathon Show. You're a physio by trade, but you're at Balance, which is a company that you work for, which is basically clinics, physiotherapy clinics in and around the London area. Just firstly, tell us a little bit more about the clinics.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Balance Performance it's more than just physiotherapy. It's a sort of multidisciplinary team of sort of really expert people in their fields. You know, from physiotherapy, sports massage, strength and conditioning, nutrition. So it's a really broad range of people, all various disciplines, all with a lot of expertise in their various fields. So we work with athletes and people from various backgrounds, disciplines, from just your average office worker up to Olympic athletes. So we work with a huge range of people.
And you're here at the London Marathon Show. Obviously, the focus is on the marathon this weekend, and you've also got a product that's very interesting. We've talked about it previously on Run 247, which is the Alter G.
Yes.
It's a treadmill which supports the athlete, isn't it?
Yes. So it's a really fantastic piece of kit, and it's really valuable two ways. One, we use it primarily a lot for rehabilitation, so it's fantastic. What it does is it allows the user to take off very accurate amounts of body weight. So it's probably more descriptive to call it partial weight bearing machine. So if you have any sort of injuries or niggles, you can take off, say, 10 or 20% body weight, and you can keep on running pain free. So you can continue to train, and you can train out of your problem. And the other valuable tool, a lot of professional athletes will use it for this, is to facilitate their training. So it allows them to train at a high level, but without putting the same strain through their body, through their knees. So it puts a significant strain on the cardiovascular system, but without putting the impact through the knees. So, say for example, Paula Radcliffe, she will use one, on a daily basis to kind of facilitate her training. So a really, really valuable training tool and rehabilitation tool.
And the Alter G works in a way that it has different levels of supporting the body, doesn't it? It can sort of almost virtually totally support the body, or it just can give you a subtle support.
Absolutely, and so we'll go down to 20% body weight, which is obviously a huge amount of weight to take off. And it's one of those things that really you have to try it. It's kind of very difficult to explain what it feels like. It's one of those things you have to get on it and feel it. For the most people though, you wouldn't want to go anywhere near that. So even taking 5 or 10% body weight is going to make a significant difference. So if you take, say, an 80 kilogram man, take 8 kilograms off them, that's a lot of strain to take away from their knees, from their hips, and from their cardiovascular system. So it's a really valuable training tool. And then if you wanted to get back to, say for example, for rehabilitation, if you wanted to get back to full, you can use it very objectively and creep the weight back up. So you're making it very objective. So people training, coaches like it, athletes like it, the medical professional like it, consultants like it. Just a really valuable tool. But it's not just that; it's having experience to go with it to get the best out of it. And that's what I think we've got. We were one of the first people in the UK to have it, and so we've accumulated several years now of getting the most out of that.
It was something that was helped design by NASA, wasn't it?
It was, yes. I mean, it's originally called an anti-gravity treadmill, and it was kind of NASA were developing the concept to think about increasing gravity in space, and then somebody flipped it on its head and thought about how do you take gravity off on Earth, and that's what they did. So they basically flipped the NASA project on its head, and so then it came from a set that you can take gravity off. And literally, if you go down to 20% and you're on the machine, you can jump very high, and it literally does feel like you're being on the moon. And you watch people's legs when they're on it, and it looks like they're walking on the moon.
Is it? I might be completely wrong here, but is it similar to sort of aqua jogging that people talk about, or not?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very similar concept. That the idea being that if you have a problem, you can keep training and not putting the same strain.
So you can run, but it's non-weight bearing rather than being totally weight bearing.
Absolutely, but the main difference with the G-Train, when you aqua jog, your gait isn't normal. So it's not really particularly specific to getting you back to running. Yes, it's good for putting the demand on the heart and the cardiovascular system, but your gait changes quite significantly. You simply can't move in the same way because you've got the resistance of the water. And the G-Trainer, you don't have that. So you can maintain a normal gait pattern but still take weight off. So that's the real value of it. And as I said, it's just, you can work back to doing your normal running and maintain your normal gait pattern but taking strain off the body.
So I suppose it can be used as much as you like, as much as the athlete likes. If they're looking to come out of an injury or a problem and they want to build up their running again, they can use it as much as they want.
Absolutely, yeah. At the end of the day, it's just an ordinary treadmill, a very high quality one, but they can just come in and just use it as a treadmill, and instead just take up a small percentage of body weight and just train on it. You know, at the end of the day, break it down, it is a treadmill, and just come in and use it every day. And so many of the professional athletes, like Paul or Radcliffe, who have their own, will use it on a daily basis.
So do you have athletes popping in just to use the treadmill?
Absolutely, yeah. But that's great, and that's why we have it. You know, before they come, they have a session. The first session, if they haven't used one before, they'll have a brief session with a physio, so they can kind of talk about what they want to get out of it and how to use the machine, and they're comfortable with it. And then they just phone up, they book it out, and they just come on in and use the machine. And it's great. And we have people from all sorts of disciplines. We have professional footballers. A lot of the professional football clubs don't have one yet, so they'll come in and use ours. We have several Olympic athletes come in and use it, and it's great. It's there to be used, and it's lots of people, once you've used it and come back, and it's got you back to where you want to be, will swear by it.
So you've got 3 clinics in London, I think you said earlier. And where can our readers go to if they want to find out more about Balance? They want to come and visit one of your clinics and check out the services that you offer.
The best thing to do is probably just go to our website. There's a lot of information there, so just go to www.balancephysio.com and go there, read more about us, and then just pick up the phone and give us a call. Any questions? As I said, we've got a large team of some of the best physios in the country, and we've got a lot of knowledge under our roof.
That's your ethos, isn't it? Basically, come because whatever it is, we'll have someone that'll be able to help you.
And the overriding theme is quality. We only have the best people working for us, and we only have the best tools like the Alter G. That we bring in to we think will help people, and so that's the key ethos. Is really, we know that no one individual has all the answers, so that's why we have a team of professionals, and we have the right equipment and the space. So we have quite a large practice, particularly one in Clapham. So we know that we want to get people moving, and so that's the key thing: is movement, quality, and the right tools to get people back to where they want to be.
Certainly sounds great. I know where I'll be going to if I've got an injury.
Excellent.
Hopefully I won't, but anyway, nice talking to you, Scott.
Okay,
Thank you.
Very much.